Right, stable chat, getting out and about a few of the places in New Zealand, and I'm catching up with Jack Harrington. Firstly, Jack, thanks for having me.
No, thanks very much for coming out. Really appreciate it.
Whereabouts are we? I've got absolutely no idea. I know we're about 20 minutes from the beach because I just left Woodhead Beach, but whereabouts are we?
Swananoa, the area is called. 20 minutes from the beach, 10 minutes from Rangiora, 10 minutes from Kaipoi.
How far to the Harrington Raceway?
On a good day we can get there in 30 minutes, but usual Friday traffic, going there on a Friday night, probably take us 40 to 45.
I love how you South Islanders complain about traffic, but we won't go there. We'll leave that one alone. I looked up your stats there a couple of weeks ago on one of my shows, and I was doing the New Zealand form and that. You're having a hell of a year.
Yeah, having a bit of luck, eh? Just team's going well, and we're just focusing on the little one percenters, keeping the horses happy and healthy, and they're running well for us.
8 winners, it was all right. Is there about 8 winners you see?
Yeah, I think 8 winners, sounds about right.
And only about 30 runners, so strike rate's good. You don't race them a lot, but race them when they're ready to race?
Yeah, pretty much, just trying to find the right race for them, place them correctly, and just try and make sure that when they go to the races, they're putting the colours up on the mantelpiece.
Take a bit of pride?
Yeah, definitely, take a lot of pride in how the horses are turned out and how they perform.
Yeah, I noticed on the gate when we drive into the place, was it Gold Star Stables?
Yep, Gold Star Racing Stables, yep.
So it puts a bit of pressure on you when you go with the Gold Star straight up. I mean, I understand why Ricky May's got a gold helmet, but a few of the guys follow him. You put a bit of pressure on yourself when you go with that gold.
Well, they say pressure makes diamonds, so yeah.
Oh, very, very good. How long you been here? You're here with Mum and Dad, setting the place up and trying to, I suppose, get everything started. How long you been here?
At this place, we bought the front 10 acres about 7 years ago. 3 years ago, my parents bought the 17 acres out the back with the house, and since then we're doing a fair bit of work, moving the stables, putting a bigger track in. So 7 years with the 10 acres, but the last 3 years we've had the extra 17 as well.
And changing a lot of it. Good walk-in, walk-out boxes. Well, they're not walk-in, walk-out boxes. They could be, but good lot of boxes. In a horseshoe here, we're standing back at this main work shed, if you like, with tie rails, cross ties for the washers and that. You're doing it smart, doing it once, doing it smart. Yeah,
that's right. Just trying to work smarter, not harder. And we've had a look at a few other stables, and the idea of this worked for us, and just the layout of the land. Obviously the house was already here, so we were sort of forced to put the track where it was, and put the barn out the back here, and it just works well for us.
And it would, and I mean, winter, everyone said to me, good luck going South Island in winter time, it'll be terrible. I got to have sunglasses on every day with the sun that's coming out. I better stop being cheeky because it might come back in a minute. But you need, like, a horseshoe stabling environment is actually what you nearly need, because the wind can come from anywhere, the rain can come from anywhere, and I imagine that's what this little area gives you.
Yeah, that's right. Especially in Canterbury, we get the strong northwest winds, and so we're protected by one row of boxes there, and and obviously the easterly protected from the other boxes, and we get the sun in the barn here, which is good, and we get those hard frosts like we have the last couple of weeks, and the sun gets through and thaws it out pretty quick.
And my feet are still cold, but that's another story for another day. The track, you said you had to work with him, what you've got, because the house was there, so it's 750 metres. Great bends. Looks like it's got really good bends and that, and it ain't stopping you. Your strike rate's good. Like, you obviously worked out how to work the track. Yeah.
Well, they say horses for courses, and the track's, like I say, it works for us. Although it's only 750 metres, we try and keep it quite a deep track, so we don't have to work time on it to get the horses fit and blowing hard.
No, and you obviously, like I said, won by your strike rate, but you're obviously comfortable knowing what a horse has to do and how they recover to be going good. You said there before about Rangiora, obviously you can take them in there or the beach. You have those options of being able to take them out to the beach and work them, which is, it's a mind blower for any person that hasn't been to Woodend Beach. They need to go. They need to walk it. Because there's no point jumping in you can jump in a cart and work one of the Johnny Dunns or Bobby Butts or the Hopes, and there's no stress there. Walk it yourself and you'll understand why it improves them. It's just phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Just to walk out there, like even horses we get here at home, we can get them pretty fit, and more take them down to the beach just for something different to do. Particularly the trotters, it's quite good. Even just going down that laneway there, and the trees and the wind blowing and horses and people and the thoroughbreds out there. There's a lot going on. It can really smarten up a young trotter just working out down there, and like I say, you think you've got a horse pretty fit, but by the time you sort of get over the top of that sand dune, they're blowing a fair bit. So you got to be very careful if you take them down there. If you're not down there all the time, you don't want to go down there straight away and drop a serious run on them. You want to give them a couple of quiet ones first to get them accustomed to it. But like I said, it's worked for us in the past. We've sort of made it a bit of a plan over the last few years. We like to take the horses down to the beach, and it's not only good for the horses, it's good for us. Freshens the mind, and you can wake up in the morning feeling a bit down, but go down the beach and it puts a smile on your face and gets you out of the house a bit.
Freshening up this morning too, I could tell you that. She was a pretty fresh wind, but it was beautiful as well, waves crashing in. And that, I asked you before, you had 18 in work, were you about 10 now at the minute? Is there an optimal number that you'd like to be working?
Well, more the merrier. We can sort of keep taking on more horses, but optimal for us is sort of the 12 to 15 sort of mark, just with who we've got here at the moment. But we were doing 18. End of May, we just turned out a heap of 2-year-olds and yearlings, and a couple of them are due back in shortly. So at this stage, it's looking like we'll sort of stick to the 12 to 15 through the springtime, and but hopefully we can build on that number.
You're changing some paddocks up too. I've got one of the paddocks there behind, and put smaller paddocks if you like, be able to rest a few of them, but put the racehorses out there from time to time. But from what I can gather, almost change it up a little bit where they go and where they're sort of residing. Yeah,
that's right. We're pretty lucky with the sort of land and stuff we've got here. So we just had the fence out last week and put some posts in, and I've got to put all the wires up myself. So we'll get onto that the next sort of couple of weeks. But the idea would just be have smaller paddocks, still decent enough size for the racehorses, and rest all the big large paddocks in the middle of the track, and get a bit of grass out there, and hopefully say after a few races on a Friday night at Harrington, we can bring them home, put them in the big paddocks and bring them back over to the barn Monday morning, and hopefully they're feeling fresh and very sprightly.
Yeah, that's the plan, and I see you also have Mountain 2s already, so you sort of enjoy that part. Do you enjoy the challenge of setting a place up?
Yeah, I do actually. It's I've probably grown up a little bit, with myself and my parents. We've built 3 houses. I helped with 2 of them, and we've been very hands-on in everything we've done. As even far as setting up this place, we've done as much of it as we can ourselves. A lot of that's just due to financial pressure, as a lot of people feel, but just anything to try and save a dollar, and if you want something done right, you do it yourself, I suppose.
Yeah, well, and then you can take pride in it and what you've done. Training, what do you want to? How do you want to be? Say in 10 years' time, where would you like to see yourself?
I suppose you're always have to deal with the stock that you get, but I'd like to sort of try and get myself into that top group of New Zealand trainers. Top even 10 or 15 guys. It's a hard nut to crack. There's a lot of good trainers in New Zealand. There's a lot of good trainers in Australasia. Yep. I'd like to probably focus on quality more than quantity. Be more hands-on with the horses, and just try and get the good horse stock that can allow us to travel the country and travel to Australia. And we're just trying to work on getting another Group 1 winner.
You've had great success with trotters. Trotters you love?
They are now. Working through, I worked at Tim Butts, who he had a lot of good trotters, and Robbie Holmes, who was working a lot of trotters there. So I learnt early on how to drive a trotter, and then it's sort of just right place, right time. I ended up getting a couple of good trotters in the barn that went through to Group 1 status, and then all of a sudden a few more trotters just started coming my way. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't mind the trotter or the pacer. You have that love for them both. You also moonlight. You do a couple of other little jobs. You do a bit of work for Better Vet New Zealand. Do you enjoy that side of it?
Yeah, I love it. Yep. Learning a lot more about the horse's health and the herbal side of things. That there's it's not only sort of chemicals you need to sort of help your horses. There's a lot of things out there, the herbs that people aren't aware of, and different things they can do to help horses' gut health and things like that, temperament, all sorts of stuff. So really enjoying that side of it.
It obviously contributes to the way your horses are performing. Yeah,
definitely. There's a lot of the horses live on a few in particular supplements, and as I said before, our mantra is if you keep a horse happy and healthy, they'll run through a brick wall for you.
Yeah, and keep going that way. You also don't mind working on the barriers, Kyle Cameron and a few of the others, and like you have a wry grin on your face. It must be sort of actually a little bit of fun, I would imagine. One, good, you get paid for it, but I would imagine the flip side of it too, just a bit of a mental or massive mental release for, I suppose, talking with horse people. But some of the rubbish I heard when I was behind the barriers that day, it'd be good for you.
Yeah, no, it's great fun. Get out with a different group of guys, and a lot of them in the thoroughbred code, and you talk to some of those old fellas. They know a lot of things that they probably know more than I've forgotten. So they've forgotten more than I know. So particularly Ian Shin, Malcolm Shin's brother. He's been around a long time and dealt with a lot of good horses, and just sort of feeding off some of the knowledge that he's got. It's you learn a bit around there and have a good time doing it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I enjoyed it. I think I was around there for 3 or 4 races last time I come around, and you do. You like there's a bit of banter, but at the same time they sort of know, they watch, they understand horses, and again sharpening your own tools if you like, because you're there with cranky horses, good horses, and things along those lines. So it is something good. Your partner, wife, she actually has horses herself, or she rides track work. Is that right?
Yeah, she's got a training license. She trains in partnership with her father. She used to be a jockey years ago, but given that up now.
Going okay?
Yeah, they're going very well. They've got a pretty nice horse in the barn called Spartan, which he looks as though he's going to make the grade. I think he's already won 100 grand and only had 10 starts. So no, they're going very well, and they're based out at Riccarton there.
Yeah, you don't have ambitions to train a thoroughbred or two?
Oh, I actually haven't. Well, I've still got my licence, but just restricted with as far as track work riders and things like that go. And to be honest, with the costs associated with training thoroughbreds, it's through the roof. So I've just got the horses with Ashley now, and I'll focus on the standard breds. It's a lot more lucrative.
I was going to say, it's quite funny you say you can't get a track work rider. You're married or partner?
Married.
Yeah,
married.
You're married to one and you can't get one. That's a bad sign.
yeah. That's right. She was coming out here for a little bit, but we've got a newborn baby now, and as soon as she finishes work in the morning, she's on duty with Hadley, and sort of restricts her a little bit from as far as coming out here. So no, I had to go jumping on a few myself. Didn't have a gallop, but had a couple canters, but had a shoulder surgery not so long ago, so we'll put that to the side for a bit. A bit
long on the leg, mate. Your stirrups, they won't have the stirrups long enough to go out for you there, but that's all good, mate. Thank you. Thanks for give us a bit of a look around as well, but also you tuned into the show the other night too. I already had my stats written down. That's why I was aware of it, but I had those ready. But no, I really appreciate people that tune in and go from there. But a young man having a crack too, and even tipped us one yesterday, and it was no one's fault. The horse went terrific. Just probably got beat by a better horse on the day, but well done. It went terrific. So thank you very much for joining me, mate, and good luck. Just quickly, actually, before I do hang up on you. The new announcements the other day for a young trainer coming into the sport, there's a lot of people, said their own thoughts on it, but from your point of view, it's all positive?
Oh yeah, it's all positive. At the end of the day, everyone's trying to get the same result, and that's get more money. And if there's more money being introduced to the industry, it can't be anything but good. I introduced myself the other day to Brad Steele at Harrington, and we had a good chat about a few different things. And I think he's got the right mindset, and he's the right man for the job. And as long as we sort of keep on the path we're going, and the stakes can go up, and participants, we need to support the industry as well. And it's all good as far as the stakes increases, and it is across the board. Yes, there's the top 2% that are going to make a lot more money as well. But if we play cards right, everyone's going to get looked after as well. Yeah, and the buy-in, and that's one thing I did like. I even liked yesterday. You buy in. You've got your colours, maroon and gold. I don't know where those colours come from. You're born in Redcliffe. Like, you're actually an Australian. Everyone thinks you're a Kiwi, but you're actually technically an Australian on your thing. But and that's why you're doing probably to Brad and getting along so well. But presentation, like the industry, we need to buy in. The slogan is "The future starts now." Like, we've got to dress, present, get owners, and do what you guys are doing. Invest in the industry so the industry can grow. Well, that's right. Like I've always said, you got the gallops. Saturday's their shop window. For us, Friday night's our shop window. That's where we need to advertise our sport. We've got the new Friday Night Lights show, which that's great. First episode the other night, watching that, I thought it was the best coverage we've had in a long time. But also us as participants, we need to dress the part, act the part, and show people that we mean business. this is what we want to do, and we're serious about it. And until we can do that, we don't have anything to complain about. I think we need to just dress and act how we want to perform, and the rest will follow suit.
Yeah, but also have a little bit of fun too, which you do that as well.
Yeah.
Well done, mate. Thank you very much. Good luck. Anyone wanting any horses, give Jacko a call. They'll find him. What is it? I've lost the name all of a sudden. It's got something to do with stars.
Gold Star Racing.
Yes. I still couldn't have it. Generally, those things come back to me, but no, Gold Star Racing, yeah, and got one of the best strike rates going around at the minute. So thank you very much, mate. Keep up the great work, and give Dad a day off or two.
Oh, maybe he can feed up first, and then he can have the rest of the day off.
Thanks, Jack.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate. That's still recording.